Hello everyone, welcome to another interesting edition of Community Feedback on Lagos Television. My name is Kikelomo Oduyebo, your host. Thanks for joining me. Today on the program, we shall be paying attention to what's on the Blue Rail. Recently, the governor made a tour of the project and he said it's 90% ready for passenger operation within its first phase. But what is most interesting is that these tracks will be running on using electric motor vehicle, running from Maito to Marina, and it's at the Marina end it will have an elevated station. You want to hear more in these details put together by Bukola Bakari, our correspondent.
We can go there.
It is cheering news for Lagosians, especially those living in densely populated communities, as the Lagos State government is determined to deliver the Blueline rail project by the first quarter of 2023 with the provision of electric track and additional train coaches within the first phase of the passenger operation of the rails. Speaking at the Marina train station during a recent tour of the rail project alongside members of the State Executive Council, officials of the Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, LAMATA, and contractors handling the rail project, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu reaffirmed that transportation and traffic management is a major pillar in his administration's clean development agenda. The governor said the Blueline rail would run on electric track with electric motor vehicle (EMV) starting from Mile 2 and terminating at Marina with an elevated station which stretches to the other part of the Lagos House, Marina.
So these are two sets of brand new trains for the Blueline, specifically for the Blueline. The type that we saw on top of National Arts Theatre. The same prototypes, yes. We have two sets of 4 train coaches.
Governor Sanwo-Olu said the major part of the rail project, which is about 90% ready for passenger operation, is the joining of a bridge across the sea from the outer Marina to Eko Bridge, which is expected to be completed within the next 3 months.
The minute you begin to move people and you move them quickly, you will get an increased economic activity within the state. So that way you look at it, it is good for the state, it will be good for the revenue generation. Everybody will be able to go about their business in very short times. So as against sitting in traffic, if I'm coming from Agbado to Marina, that will take me nothing less by road today, 2.5 to 3 hours. But if I take the train, it will take me no more than 35 minutes.
The aim of this project is to reduce pressure on the road, so that people can commute using use of train and limit the number of vehicles on our road, so that because there is a lot of pressure on the road, the only way we can reduce the pressure on the road is to have alternative mode of transportation, which the Lagos State government is doing. And I can tell you, having electric train is in line with the best practice to reduce pollution, which is very key. And the corridor has been condoned or barricaded for people coming in.
During the facility tour, the governor observed some level of vandalism along the track corridors, warning the alleged perpetrators and companies buying vandalized rail materials of prosecution in line with the law. It revealed that 2 additional sets of 4 train coaches would be purchased from China between September and October this year, while his administration will put adequate security in place at every train station and platform through the use of CCTV for monitoring of daily passenger operation.
Security at the terminals. You know, whilst people are coming in, whilst they are using their top-up, you saw we started testing, the carry cards. You saw that it's a kind of model that will work very, very well. These are local technology, startup technology that we're encouraging. So that's where the security needs to come in, of who is going to board the train, where are they coming from, right, and all of it, and at the levels as well.
When operational, The introduction of the electric tracks for the blue and red lines rail would ease traffic and boost economic activities in areas such as Okukumaiko, Orile, Mautu, Alaba, Ojo, Igonu, and other areas.
Part of the Lagos State government project is to have independent power supply, IPP. Like for example, what they use in Secretariat now is IPP. We are looking for separate source of power to power the Blue Rail. And Lagos State government is already talking with Nigerian Power Holding and some other investors to invest in that area. We're going to have a separate power for that project which will drive the rail.
Specifically, students, business owners, and residents in these communities would be able to move from one point to another seamlessly without having to worry about long, frustrating hours in traffic while losing productive man hours. The delivery of the blue and red lines all terminating at the Marina station with significant investment in the Lagos bus services and the waterways along the Marina corridor under the operations of the Lagos State Ferry Service, LAC Ferry, would further help in achieving a milestone in the intermodal transport system in the realization of the state's 25 years transportation strategic master plan.
What we're about is about a solution that will solve, perennial traffic, or road accidents on our road. We saw that some Okadas are still driving across one way. We saw that some Koropes are still lawless. But in terms of cleaning up on that corridor, all of the refuse, garbage, all of the rubbish on that corridor has all been cleaned up. And you will notice that we've installed, fences. Some have also gone back, they've been broken. We're going to go back again, but we're not just going to go back. We're going to go to the companies that are buying these things off them. And government is going to be shutting down some of those companies because it's only because there's the market for them. That's why people will go and vandalize and destroy, barriers that have been created for safe passages.
We spoke with different stakeholders within the transport sector about the takeoff of the Blue Rail and the Red Rail project in Lagos State with electric tracks. This is what they have to say, and of course they also provide advice on maintaining security while the passengers are on board.
The Lagos Blue Line will be completely isolated. The public will not have easy access to the line. It's not a line where people can actually go to trade, and if you look at the way it is sited off the regular route of the people. So it is secluded, it is already fenced, and so safety precautions are already in place. It is a global project, and so we are only just doing what we have seen done in other climes. So there is nowhere in the world where they have electric rail system where people come into the track. They are usually demarcated and fenced off.
It's a very critical project for the state. I know that Lagos State government has been talking about model transport measures where you have to have a serious transportation on board, road on board, as well as out of a rail. If we have all this put together, a lot of mess we have in Lagos and Nigeria as a whole now will be in the past. For instance, movement of goods, the heavy goods from the ports to the destinations, the rail could help. Movement of goods, farm products from the north to Lagos to other places. Look, the rail is critical. We need to have it on board.
Well, I think the Blue and Red Line rail project, it's all about the multimodal system of transportation, and I just want to believe, the only fear I have, just as I've expressed in different fora, is that how would I call it now, continuity. We have beautiful ideas, we have beautiful laws, implementations, we have beautiful infrastructures coming up, but how well do we have that culture of maintenance on the long run, so that it's not just going to be a one-off idea and the next day we all are back to square one. Beautiful ideas, just like we have with the what is it called now, the waterways, you know, different levels for those, so that at least we can decongest Lagos, as it were, off the road. We have the waterways, now we're having the blue and red line rail project coming up. At the end of the day, I think it's just going to bring that picture to depict Lagos as a real smart city that it is, and not just smart city on the lake.
Lagos State Blue Rail project is going to be a very good project because it's going to boost the development of the transportation in Lagos State so far. Because for so many people who are working outside, even outside town, I mean in an outskirts town of Lagos State, this rail will just drop them at their own designated bus stop in order to get to their working place in very short time. So this rail project is going to be a very good project.
Lagos State Blue Rail project is a good one because I had the experience in Cairo, and it's a nice one. It's very good that we have been waiting for earlier than this time, but it will be a good. It will help people that live outskirts of the city, so for them to get to their destination very early or to their different working place. So I would like it, and it's a welcome idea.
On the program today, community feedback, we have highlighted ongoing work by the Lagos State government to ensure that the Blue and the Light Rail projects are ready for handover to the public by third quarter of 2023. And one thing that the governor has guaranteed is security on board, which means CCTV cameras will be stationed on all the platforms so that passengers can actually rest as they move from one point to another. Thank you for joining me on the program today. Stay safe and see you next time.
This is Lagos, you know we love it. This is Lagos, you know we like it. This is Lagos, you know we love it. This is Lagos, you know we like it. This is Lagos, you know we love it. This is Lagos.